We are at our most vulnerable whenever we are falling in love, or we are attaching to a new person, even if it's just a friendship, or when we have just been broken up with. And I tell people all the time, especially because I work with people who have been broken up with or they're going through a divorce, be very, very careful with the people that you surround yourself with, because you are much more likely to be manipulated. You are much more likely to be hurt. You are much more likely to allow other people to influence you when you are in one of those really insecure states. And falling in love can feel kind of insecure because you're so excited and you're attaching and you're willing to change a little bit about yourself in order to make this relationship work. So be very, very careful, because in both of those circumstances, you can easily be taken advantage of. You can easily be manipulated. You can end up in situations where years after the breakup or months after falling in love, you're actually in a situation that is really bad for you, and you're surrounded by people who are going to perpetuate this unhealthy dynamic. So don't be drunk on love, and be very cautious of who you allow around you, even though you feel very vulnerable during a breakup, because I promise you, the worst relationships that I have ever been in happened right after a breakup. And I had to work really, really hard to rebuild myself and to protect myself from those people, because they got in to my head whenever I was at my most vulnerable, and I believed the narrative that they were telling me about myself for so long that I forgot who I was, and that was extremely dangerous to my self-worth. And I don't want that for you guys. So yes, we can easily slip into anxious territory, and we can feel like we were secure before we met these people, and then we can become an absolute anxious mess because maybe our anxious attachment was the default when we were a kid, but we've worked so hard to become more secure, and this person is going to come in and wreck that. So just be very, very careful in those two times in your life.